Hi, this is Lisa and welcome to my creative art studio. Today I wanted to share a product from the Stampin' Up! Newest catalog. That's the January to June mini catalog. It looks like this. And the product I wanted to share with you is called Sweet Little Valentines, Cards and More. And it's on page 16 of the catalog. And in it you have enough materials to make 10 cards. And I think this is really fun, and I really like how they put this kit together. So if you're interested in ordering the kit, it is 154287. And I will include my host code in the bottom of this post. So as I mentioned, I really like how they put this together. There are 5 card bases that look like this, that have this stripe on the front, but in fact you could even use the solid as the front of your card. And then there are 5 card bases that have this variegated front with the gold little dots. And again, you could also use the solid piece as your front of the card if you prefer that. And then there are 10 of these card fronts, 5 of each design, and they're cut with a scallop edge, which is really pretty. They've got some gold details on it, and they're double-sided. So you could use any combination of what you prefer, and because they mix and match between each of the cards, right? So you could have this as your card front, or you could flip it and have it this way, or you could turn it and have it this way. And they mix and match between the 2 different card bases as well. So you could do it this way as the front of your card. Basically, with all the combinations you can do, you could end up with 10 different cards. So it's not a card pack where you're kind of confined to having several of one design. You can actually mix and match them enough that you would end up with 10 different cards, which is a really neat feature. And this kit is $10. So basically, you'd end up with 10 cards with envelopes, coordinating envelopes, and each of the cards is $1. So that's a very good deal. The envelopes fit these cards, and they also have some gold on the inside, which is a really nice feature. So those are the envelopes. Now, what I want to show you today is how you can take that kit and actually dress it up a little bit as well. So again, getting even more from this kit if you have a few supplies at home. So again, you could take, I'm going to take one of these card fronts and one of the card bases, and I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to put it together as it was designed. So just fold this card in half. They are smaller sized cards, so they're not the larger A2, but I'm going to show you how you can convert it to that if you prefer that. And I'm going to go ahead and just put this one together, and I'm going to put it together so this is basically meant to be put together just like this. And I'll just place this, center it as best I can. Never look for perfection in a handmade card. So that's basically it. Very, very quick and simple. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just dress it up a little bit just so you can see what else you can do with this. So I have some just plain white twine that I have in my studio here. I have lots of supplies, so I'm never short on supplies, but hopefully you have a few things at your house that you can also use to kind of add a little bit extra to this if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this in a double knot. I just find when I'm working with twine, it's easier if I have a double knot before I go and try and make a bow. And I'm going to do what I always call my half bow. I just like the look of it, so I just pull that other one through, and I'm basically just going to have one loop. Okay, And then you can cut off the excess so that you've just added a little bit of twine. You could be done right there, but I'm going to add a little bit more. So I had some white glimmer paper, and you could create this yourself if you have just some glue and glitter. You can cover your paper with glue and then add some glitter to it. And then I had a heart punch. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the dimensionals on the back. And I'm going to pop this guy up on the front of this card. Again, just showing you a few extra things you can do to this standard kit. Again, you could leave it all on its own, or you can add just a little extra fun. So now that's a super cute card. And then I have one more thing that I want to do. I've got some pearls here. And I've got some little ones that they come in a row like this. So I'm going to just put those along the bottom of this card, just like that. And there you go. And now I'm finished with this card, and I think, you know, that's super cute. What a great way to just kind of, you know, jazz it up a little, make it a little bit more fun. So that's one card complete and ready to go, and that was pretty quick. Now what I want to do is I want to work with the other two pieces. So this card base and this card front. And I'm going to show you what I did to convert this to what we typically make a standard A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Which is a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock cut in half. So what I have is, so here's my A2 card, all right? So it's 8.5 by 5 1/2, half of a sheet of cardstock, and then folded in half. And then what I did is I took this card base and I cut 4 equal size pieces off this card base. So I basically am not using this card base for the card itself. I'm using it to decorate the front of a larger card. So I cut that into 4 pieces. Here's my 4 pieces. Okay, so just cut this right into 4 pieces like so. And I'm going to use just 3 of them. And I'll be honest, the reason I did this was I love this, and I just thought, we're going to cover up almost the entire front with this piece. So I decided, no, I want to find a way to use this so we can see more of it. And that's why I decided to do this. Now, another thing you could have done that I just thought of right now is you actually could even just cut out these hearts. You could fussy cut them out and then put them on the front of this card, and then you would see a lot more of this, this front that I think is super pretty. So here are the 3 pieces that I cut out, and here's my A2 card, and I'm going to just go ahead and glue these to the front of this card. Get my adhesive going here. I may as well get adhesive on all the backs of all 3 of these pieces. My center. So let's start with this, and I think I want the pink down at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer this on my card. And then I'm going to do the other one so that I have an equal edge, and then the third piece can fit right in the middle. Okay. And then I'll just make sure it's even between these 2 pieces. There we go. And if you cut it, if it's a little bit long, you can just go in and just trim that up with your scissors if you have any of it hanging over the edge. You also could have cut it a little shorter too. That was another option, but I went and left it that full size. So there you go. Now we have a new card base with that design on the front. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And see, now I see so much more of it. And it's just so pretty that I didn't want to cover it up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And I'm just putting it down flat. So no dimensionals on this piece. I could definitely have done that. And then I had a dove and die cut from an older set that I stamped in just I think it was smoky slate or gray granite, I don't recall. And I'm going to put this one on the front with dimensionals. And I use all these edge pieces, so right now I want some smaller pieces on here. So I use these little edge pieces. Don't ever throw anything away, right? I should probably do one more. And then remove the backings from the dimensionals. And I'm going to add that dove right to the front. And basically I'm making this card so it could be for a wedding. So it doesn't have to be, again, doesn't have to be Valentine's. Some people forget, you know, this could definitely be a birthday card to someone you love, or Mother's Day, anything. They are pretty generic, really. And then let's see, I need a, oh, I don't want that. Let's see, there we go. Excuse me. Need a little glue dot. And again, with the same white twine, I just made a little bow, and I think I'm going to put it down here, down there near the bottom of this heart. So I'll just put that little glue dot down. Fix my bow a little. So you can make them do what you want them to do, which is not that. Yeah, he's being a little fussy for me. There we go, just like that. Okay, so a little glue dot on there and that bow. And then I think I'm going to add some more pearls, and these ones I'm just going to put randomly. I'm going to use a little bit bigger ones and just going to put them randomly on the card. That's always a nice look too. So on the other card I put them down at the bottom just in threes. And this one I'm going to just put 3 of them randomly on the card. Right there like that. So again, just a little bit of extra interest on your card. And then I think I'm going to finish it off with a little wink of Stella. This is a glitter pen basically, or glitter brush. And I'm going to just put some on the dove's wings. Just again, just to add a little extra fun to this card. It might be hard to see this glitter on the video, but it's just, it really is subtle. It's because it's a very, very fine glitter coming out of that brush. But it just does add a little extra. So there you go. And then you could stamp your greeting on the inside. We also could have stamped a greeting on the hearts and had the dove a little further off the side. But I'm gonna keep that without a greeting for right now in case I need it for a wedding or an anniversary or something like that. So anyway, there's a way that you can take a smaller card design and convert it to a larger size card. So I hope you enjoyed this. and those two kind of alternates with extra things you have at home to the main kit that is available in the catalog. So thank you for joining me and have a great day.